What's up, everyone? We're back. We killed Adrian and Cody, got deported for human rights violations, but we're still here. Me and Juan, because we're the moral compass of the group. We have Matt, Batman, and Cradle of the Grave here with us. We're going to talk about what are we talking about? Most overrated, underrated chassis. How Juan can be so large and work on motorcycles, and I don't know what else. Fucking something. So anyway, we're gonna jump into this. Matt, since you're new here and our guests, why don't you guys introduce yourselves one at a time or something?
What's up, everybody? We're Cradle to Grave. We do motorcycle giveaways, so we're a clothing company. We do swim apparel, and the first bike that we gave away was the 2023 ZX10 RR. We're doing a Z125 right now that we have close to 10 G's wrapped up in. But, hi.
Do I want a sandwich? Oh, signage. Oh, the signs are here. Okay. Dope. Sorry, I thought my girlfriend was offering me a sandwich, but she said the business signs were here. It was totally confusing. On the corner. Anyway, yeah. So Cradle of the Grave, giving away motorcycles shit. Sorry, I'm like half distracted there, I ain't gonna lie. And then Matt, who's just letting us watch the ceiling at my house. Matt's a amateur photographer and certified circus clown. So he's got that going for him. The fuck's hot mic? Is that me? All right, A1. All right, so let's kick it off, dude. So check it out. We've been talking about veteran shit the last week. We've been talking about Battle Scarred Motorsports, who's going to come out to the Philippines soon, I think. We're going to put an event together out there to do some PTSD track days. Someone's hot mic, and I don't know who it is. I'll just mute people. All right. So then we've been talking about veteran shit. We've been talking about cars. We talked about why customers suck a couple weeks ago and why businesses suck. And today we're going to get into most overrated and underrated chassis of all time for motorsports, for racing. Also, that's what it was. That's what we're going to talk about. Why your stage tune tells me you're an idiot.
Wait. We forgot we forgot our first topic, which is the shittiest job on a car.
I just covered that. I just said that. Matt left. He doesn't want to hang out with you. All right, so anyway, most overrated chassis. All right. What is the most overrated chassis of all time for racing? Anyone jump in here?
Most overrated chassis in racing.
Dude, I'm gonna throw it out there. I'll throw it out there right away. The fucking Skyline and the fucking Supra. They are the most overrated fucking cars ever made, ever.
Don't tell Matt that. He had a Supra.
Matt.
No, I have to agree with it. Unfortunately, they're shit.
The Supra is the most overrated car ever made. Are you drinking water?
Yes.
There's alcohol in the bar.
Let me drink water first.
What he's saying is he had a long fucking night, Seth.
Whatever, man. Welcome to the Philippines. So
I definitely need to rehydrate.
So the reason I say the Supra is the most overrated chassis, one, there is no way in hell you're ever convinced me a Japanese car is worth six figures from 1990s. That just ain't gonna happen, not one time. Two, it cannot turn.
Cradle of the Grave.
It doesn't turn. I don't care what anyone says. I think we'll go to the Skyline.
It can turn into a wall.
It can turn into a wall. And then the Skyline, which someone for some reason thinks that goddamn Grand Tour is worth money at all. I don't know. Dude, the Nissan Skyline was an amazing circuit car on a circuit with Hikus in 1989 when it came out. In 1989, it was an amazing car. Here in 2023, with its nose-heavy having big-ass RB block and sedan-like Corolla features, this ain't worth it. And it ain't worth $60,000. Everyone, I don't know how to tell y'all. I lived in Japan. Three of us at least lived in Japan. There is no way in hell that you're going to tell me a Skyline's worth $60,000 ever.
Not here, at least.
I agree. You know, actually, I drove actually it was Patrick LaChance. I drove a 34 GTR, like when I was going to do the paint on it, and fucking, he straight up told me, he was like, yeah, they're turds. And I was like, I didn't believe that shit. So yeah, I think his was a V-Spec too. And I drove it and I was like, this is the most like disappointing, like unsatisfactory fucking car. I felt like I was driving a left out Corolla to the fucking paint shop. Like my Escalade is more fun.
Dude, you know, when I had that Midnight Purple R32 GTR, and dude, we ran that through the toge for the first time. Yeah, well, that's not true. The first time I ran it through, it was on stock suspension. And I was like, all right, it's a turd because it handles like shit. And then I upgraded the suspension and I ran it. And it was so effortless to drive it through the toge. Like maybe some people are gonna be like, well, that's why it's such a great car. No, man, it was like driving a Prius to the grocery store, except through a twisty mountain. I don't know. Totally unexhilarating. It was not great. It was like getting a hand job from your third grade teacher. I mean, it was there, but no one wants to brag about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, the modified ones I drove are pretty much the same. I mean, obviously the stock one is way more disappointing, but it's the same with the Supra too. It's very disappointing. I drive my wife's Prius for the fucking one of those.
Yeah,
stock.
dude.
I would
Yeah,
say
agree.
like I agree with the Supra and the GTR. However, I think another overrated car would probably be the BMW M Series. I'm just not impressed, man. I had one three,
Because you can't.
ran it, not very good, wasn't impressed.
I'm gonna turn it over to Gibbs.
And then, oh yeah, Gibbs is a BMW guy. I forgot about that. But I would say, as far as bikes is concerned, I would say
He is offended.
I would say the most overrated bike would probably be the Yamaha R1.
Oh, there
You
it
can get
is.
the same, almost same everything minus the speed out of an
That's
R6. Just that
Oh,
R6
Yeah.
if we're gonna talk about motorcycles,
just with Eric's fat
Oh,
ass.
he's a Ducati guy, so he's gonna get on his little fucking.
if we're gonna talk about motorcycles, I would say that anything that's not Italian is basically a piece of shit. Yeah.
I mean, I have a Honda and a Yamaha, an R6 and a CBR, and I mean, I don't know. The Ducati sounds better.
I don't know. I'm just
I've
saying.
never ridden one, but it
Hey, man.
sounds better.
It's like
But
owning a
also
Ferrari.
depends, like if the
It-
Ducati
it's like owning a
idle,
Ferrari. No, bro,
Ducati's
it's cool.
idle, sounds like something's broken.
Yeah, Ducati's just idle sound
Like
like
the
they
dry
have misfires
clutch.
already.
Yeah, the dry clutch just
Yeah.
sounds like shit.
Hey, all I'm saying.
But, okay,
all
so
I'm
that's
saying is-
Matrix in the back. Matrix currently rides a BMW S1000, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to walk those on the track too on my Ducati.
It's not about the bike, it's about the rider.
I mean, that's fine. I'll kill us both. I don't give a shit. Get off my line. Look, man. At the end of the day, it's like owning a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I don't have to be fast because when I come back in the pits, I'm still riding Italian, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on a Ducati.
You probably tell it to your boyfriend too.
I'm gonna go slow as
That's
shit.
what I would say.
keep
So-
doing it.
Number one, the BMW M Series, just not, like I said, not impressed. I ran it on the track. I've slid them sideways. It's a heavy fucking car, man. I don't care what anybody says, dude. That car weighs 3,500 pounds out the gate. Like, that's a lot.
Are we talking about cars or your dating life?
We just do it.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
See that, but
Look at
That was a fat joke. And
You're
the
a fat
Yamaha R1, oh, sorry, go ahead, Matt.
the E30.
well, I was gonna say I've seen all the videos. Obviously, being in Japan, it's different, right? But
Yeah.
I've seen like all the E36 and fucking all the other BMW shit, and they're saying that it's a good platform to drift, though, like to start with, just like the 350Z.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I mean-
it's definitely a good platform to drift. Don't get me wrong, but it's just fucking heavy, man. And you're gonna dump a shit ton of money to make that thing slide. Now, there's a lot of aftermarket guys out there that are, building these things and saying, "Yeah, let's go to Amazon and get a fucking Hydro E-brake." That's cool and all, but you're talking about a car.
It's a lot of fucking birthday
It's
cars.
not putting the same power. Like, it weighs the same as a JZX, but it's not putting the same power as a JZX. Like, it just doesn't do it.
But you don't need power to slide.
I
Dude,
will admit,
a JZX was designed to go to fucking Lawson and get a chicken.
328s have always been like really bad with cooling. It's just the way it always has been. The best thing you could do is like you have an E36, right? One.
Not anymore. I just sold it.
Oh, well, I would have swapped out. They have a water pump and it's plastic fins, and over time they just shatter and it gets stuck in your fucking thermostat and it just overheats.
Yeah, they do overheat. Well, my
Yeah.
E36 was overheating.
So we actually do have a couple E36 and E46 Pro D1 cars here in the Philippines. It probably surprises everyone that we have cars, but you know we do. But the way that they actually improved them and made them ready for drifting is they LS swapped them.
Let's swap.
Like straight up LS swapped all the BMWs.
Yeah, I mean,
So let's swap everything. Fuck it.
performance, yeah, by all means.
But that's also from a guy that's
There
got
ain't
money
no
to do it.
replacement for displacement, right? Says the rotary guy.
Yeah.
I
on two
mean-
fucking motors.
I would LS everything to include rotaries. Then you know at least everything's reliable at that point.
Until you hit 80,000 miles when you need to do a rebuild on it.
No one's trying to drive that.
Until how many? Until how many miles?
80,000.
No one wants to drive that
I drive
far.
an Escalade. I drive an Escalade that gets abused as fuck, and it's way beyond 1,000 miles. I'm just throwing that out there.
All right. Well, are you also doing the fuel
I mean,
mix?
like I abuse, like I beat the shit out of cars because I feel like they're my personal bitches, and that LS is still ticking strong. Now,
Still
wheel
ticking.
bearing's another story. Wheel bearing's another story. Had to replace that, but the engine itself is fucking great. You can beat the absolute fuck out of that.
Dude,
So
no one's gonna debate. No one's gonna debate that.
fucking
an LS is a solid engine,
Chase over
but
here with
Well,
Cradle
whether
Grave,
it is
he's
or
got a cammed Suburban. Is that what it is?
No, we got rid of that. But yeah, we had
You
it
did?
was an LS3 swap 06 Suburban.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. And then what about your Silverado?
Then I got a 03 Chevy that slammed on its nuts. That's got a mildly built 4.8 in it. I'll just be modest with it.
Mildly built. That's right down your lane, Matt.
Eric.
Mine's not built. Mine's stock. I just like leaving shit alone and beating the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
So it's far more reliable when you just leave shit alone. I'm getting too old to fuck with shit.
You getting too old? No way.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
think my first
definitely
got to
get too
Okie,
old.
Matt was driving. You were working on Corey, weren't you? Like early 15?
That was that.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
year?
Like early 15, late 14?
Yeah. So 14, I was still in the army before I got out, and then
Oh, really?
15, I got out and became a contractor. Also,
Yeah, but
fuck you, Randy.
were over with,
I see Randy's comments.
You were over there with you weren't with group, you were with regiment, weren't you?
Jesus Christ.
No, I was IT because I switched from being a mechanic to IT with Signal Battalion.
Yeah, what were you driving then, dude? Because that was the first car that I was like, when I landed in Japan, this is like day 3 in Okinawa, and that was the first car that I saw that I was like, that's a fucking badass car. And then you got in it
So
for lunch. You were leaving for lunch, and then the bitch just like popped off the ground. I was like, no fucking way.
yeah, so it was my fucking manual swapped Aristo that had air ride on it.
Remember you had your helmet on playing it inside?
That was nuts.
Retake it 3 times.
Dude, all right. So BMWs, Supras, Skylines,
Nissan
JZX.
Altima.
Who else can we offend right now that thinks their car's cool?
If fucking Cody was here, we would.
Subaru.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm getting construction done at the shop today. And
Impeccable timing.
Yeah. And he's the one that fucking runs this thing. But I heard Subaru.
Subaru is the worst chassis ever.
And like I said, if Cody was here, then it would be the Z chassis. Because for whatever god awful reason, he loves the Z32. I think it's an ugly ass car.
So, I think the most,
Well, we
one
could
of the
throw
most
in
underrated
Ford
cars.
and everything else,
hands
too.
down.
No,
Most
I'm sorry.
underrated
This
car,
might
hands
not be
down.
like cool car status, but the biggest piece of shit in the world's Range Rover.
Oh, that's fucking given, 100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, the electrical gremlins that motherfucker gets. Holy
Not
shit!
even electrical gremlins. Dude, you know that you have to have like a, what the fuck do they call it? A McPherson wrench set? Because somewhere at fucking Land Cruiser, they decided the metric system and the SAS system was wrong and made up their own shit.
Most BMW thing I've ever heard.
As a matter of fact, there's another,
That is what
there's another
BMW
company that also uses those. It's the
Hold on. What is, I'm gonna look this shit up. Fucking Land
It's the
Cruiser
Ural.
wrenches. I'm Googling it.
if
like a
anybody knows
member.
Ural, if you know
Here's-
bikes, then you should know Ural. If not, because that's kind of like the history of bikes, where bikes originated.
I need more water.
I don't remember what it is, dude. It's some British shit. You know, every time they get upset and they don't win something or make something right, they just make up their own shit. Brexit, independence, conquering colonies and stealing fucking spices, their own wrenches, whatever. Also, dude, who hates the metric system? It's numbers. Like I hate SAE. Why do I need to do fractions all day? I don't need to do fraction.
Dude,
That's what I'm
working on
saying.
Harley in
Go
America,
get me
I
the
fucking hate the
13,
SAE system. I 100% I would prefer fucking
Metric.
metric, yeah.
I'm gonna kill this dude if he hits something.
It's just straight to the point. Why do I need a 13/16? Why can't it just be a fucking 19 millimeter?
I mean, it'd be
So
a 3/4, but yeah, I understand your perspective.
Look, there's that fucking math brain, that IT coming out.
Whatever, dude.
But I can't help it. Also, fuck you, Ish. You were watching grown men talk about piece of shit cars. Your
Hi,
car's
Ish.
included about
Oh, dude, Ish would be another good guest to have on here. Send him the link.
No, we're not bringing Ish onto this motherfucker.
So another car that we haven't talked about that's also a piece of shit is the Evos and their 4G63 and fucking balance shafts. So fuck those cars too, and fuck you, Ish.
All right,
Yep.
Evos. I always see Evos like a 30-year-old man that has no friends or family, and just like builds up an Evo for no reason.
Seth, he's talking about you.
Like,
Bro, I am attacked.
Yeah. So you're that guy, that 30-year-old guy, 30 plus. I don't know how old you are. I can't tell.
Yeah,
Your
but-
beard says
but I
He's
had
like
a-
fucking 49.
you're 49.
49. I'm 38.
Wait, who?
Fuck you.
Who's 49?
Me, apparently.
Seth.
I wear my age.
I just want to say that, believe it or not, Seth is actually younger than me. I know that's really fucking hard to believe, but
It's
Seth
not.
is actually younger than I am.
Wait. Matt, are you balding yet?
No, I have fucking full hair, bud.
Yeah, because Seth has been balding since he
Aerodynamic
was
as
16.
fuck, boy.
Easy life in the army is to do IT. You don't have to pull your hair out.
Check it out. Yeah, dude, I was an admin.
I don't know about easy life, but
Oh, okay. Hang on, Seth. I just got to.
I was an admin in the army.
Everybody down in Cradle to Grave, they're all Marines.
okay. I just want to ask: have you guys deployed by chance?
I'm a water dog.
I just want to know if you guys have deployed.
Deported?
Deployed?
No, deployed.
Oh, it sounded like you said
Not to Okinawa.
No, Eric would be the one to get deported out of all of us.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. I avoided
No,
deployments.
we're
They're scary
currently
and shit.
inside in a garage filled with bikes. We're not
So
deployed.
in the army, they don't give a fuck what your MOS is. They said, "Hey," I was a mechanic at the time, but they said, "Hey, get in this gunner's hatch and run fucking missions for the whole year while you're in Iraq." So
We've gone drastically off
It's defining
subject.
what the mechanic does when the trucks don't need to be worked on. They are the gunners.
no, that's not what mechanics do. That's what I mean. Obviously, there's the big green weenie for everybody, but that's just a big giant fuck you because we need more people to run trucks. Hey, stop being hurt.
Eric, just stop.
I think he's upset because he has an Evo and a Chaser both, so he got two fuck you cars.
Dude, you bought a chaser. That's upsetting. Dude, here's the thing about Evos, right? I had an Evo.
Crank walking balance
It was
shafts.
shitty. It was a shitty Evo. It was a Tommy Mackinnon 6.5 Type RS. They only made 200 of them.
For a reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
All right,
championship.
The most underrated
Underrated.
chassis / bike. I'll start with
Cappuccino.
the most underrated chassis.
VW
Cappuccino.
Bug.
The bugs. The bugs.
No, not the Bug. The most underrated chassis would be the MX-5.
Honda
You got it.
S660.
The
Shut
Miata.
up.
Wait, no. That's not under. The MX-5 is not underrated.
The most underrated.
no one has
in
ever
my
said that a
opinion,
Miata
would
is
be
not a
the
good
Miata. The most underrated bike would be the R6. Only because being in the biker community is like everybody says, oh, you ride a 600. Like they don't care if you're on a CBR 600 RR. They're like, oh, that's a badass bike. But you walk up to an R6 and you're like,
Wow, this
oh,
guy's coming like a
you're
horse.
just on a 600. Like,
That's what I would say. If I saw a guy on R6.
and then also like with the R6 would be the Gixxer 600. Like I don't know why people hate on Suzuki so much. It's not that terrible.
The only good bike they ever made was the DRZ.
All right.
No.
All right. Hold on. First of all, an R6 is not underrated. Everyone just knows that an R6 is for like housewives. It's like the housewife of motorcycle racing. All right.
Phil attack
Well,
right now.
housewife would be in the house, not on the bike.
Second of all,
This man, there's an RC garage, so I feel attacked.
Matt,
underrated
you're
bike-
attacked, bro.
the most underrated bike is a Triumph 675 Daytona.
Oh,
That is a pretty dope ass bike.
I don't agree with the Undertale exhaust, but outside of that, I would say it's a pretty fucking good bike. It's a fun bike. I actually recently worked on one and took it out on the road. It was a lot of fun.
260 again.
I will say too, but might be because like people, I would say because people like kind of veer away from Ducati, and I've always said this, like people see Ducati and they're like, oh my god, money, dollar signs, like fuck that. But realistically, like they're really not much more than buying an R1 and having it service and maintenance.
Look, man. Look,
But no, hang on,
Ducatis aren't for the
I'm
poor,
talking,
all right?
goddammit. But I would
Take
say,
your goddamn food stamps away from my Ducatis.
okay, I don't have food stamps. First of all, I wish
I don't
got
know
food
what
stamps,
fucking.
but
I don't know what
anymore.
Ducati you're looking at, but the Ducatis that I've seen, they didn't come with a fucking cheap price tag,
no,
and they were nowhere near close to
This is
anything
also-
else.
No, you look at like the Ducati the A48 Evo or the A48 in general. When I got
You're talking
when
about
I
my
got
ex-wife's
to
bike.
ride Evo or A48, which is right behind me on the photo, when I got to ride that bike, that was a lot of fucking fun, man. And I don't think people talk about them enough.
My Panigale was really slow.
No, it was not. Your Panigale scared the shit out of me.
I think it's a rider error at that point.
Yeah, rider air my
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, I've never been on a racetrack before in my life. It's scary there. Just like the Army. That's why I was a cook.
I'm not gonna throw my Busa around, but you put me on a leader bike or smaller, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'll throw any bike into the fucking corner. I don't give a
I
shit.
said it,
dude.
Gibbs.
What?
I said it.
I think
You put me on a leader bike or small or like a leader bike or a 600, I'll drag me and fucking destroy you in the twisties.
I don't know, dude. My top entry
I
speed in a
bet.
turn one
I want to put
at
1,000
PR was 198. So
I'll put $1,000 on it.
you guys should do it and podcast.
That's how confident I am. And I can still
So,
throw my Busa around,
anyway.
but
You guys-
I got the
I don't
Insta
know.
360s. We can strap them on the bikes. Okay, I want to facilitate this.
Yes,
Let's do it.
facilitated.
okay, in that case, let me take your ZX10.
Fuck
need to-
no.
We need
Alright
to free
then.
up some space anyway by getting rid of one.
Because I got two bikes. I got a Dyna, I got a Harley Davidson Dyna, Street Dog, and a Hayabusa.
I've literally fallen asleep listening to this already.
What, the guy banging on the wall?
Yeah.
Fucking.
All right, so back to the subject at hand. Honda S660, gangster ass chassis. Underrated.
Come on, motor after his motor swap. Yeah,
Got a little S660, bro. And you know what
yeah.
the great thing
Fucking
about
put
it
like a
is?
K series in it.
You can put a 13B in that shit.
You say you can put a 13B in it? We don't want an unreliable Honda. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, fucking goodbye, Apex Seals.
Dude, RX-7s,
Yeah.
RX-7s make everything more reliable. 13B says reliability.
Yeah, You should ask my wife the amount of times that she had to walk when I had my FD. But yeah,
I would say, Matt, because you're a guest on here, we can change the topic a little bit. I would say my favorite car that you did was the S15.
fuck that piece of shit too.
That
So
thing was
here's the
sick.
thing. Okay, so
Yeah, what? It
what
was
I hate,
suspension on bags, right?
so here's what I hate about that
Hold on,
S15.
real quick. Cody, who's normally on the show, just left a comment on the Instagram feed. After listening to one, he goes, he's got $1,000 that he can also drag D through the corner.
That's
Not his name.
Like, suspension's gonna be way
He's
down.
gonna drag D.
Drag D.
So we need this race facilitated because I want to see someone drag D through the corner off the bike, bro.
It needs to be done over on White Oak out by Maysville because that's like it's just a big fucking circle.
Yeah, I know one better than that.
All right. Also, Cody would like to say, since
Okay.
he can't be here today, that he's at work, that the AutoZam AZ1 is the most underrated car of all time.
Let me go fucking throw up again. Fucking throw up again.
Two now.
Again.
Bowie, that's what his name was. I was trying to think of his name. Bowie's S15. You didn't like that S15?
Yeah. So the S15. All right. So first of all, so Bowie built that car for himself. I just want to make sure that's fucking clear and known. Did not build that fucking car. I painted it for free, and I assisted with a few odds and ends here and there. I built like the fiberglass in the trunk and all that shit. I did it all for free. I helped him do it. I did a majority of it in terms of that shit, but I let him fucking do it and then helped him, right? When it comes to the motor, the wiring, shit, like that was like his first big project that he'd ever done. And there was a lot of things like even like the tubs and a bunch of other shit that I was like, hey, I don't recommend doing it that way. I recommended him doing the tub I did in my Supra, which mine are clean as fuck. His were janky and looked like shit. But it was his first car and he was building it for him. And when he built that car, he did not build it intentionally to sell it to somebody else. Now, obviously, his extension didn't get approved, and you know how Japan is, and you couldn't take it back at the time. So he sold it to somebody else, and then so the whole thing with that one was he got the motor from Michi, right? So that motor was built by Napa, but then Bowie got it, and something happened, and he had to rebuild shit on the motor. Which he used the goddamn manual and all that shit to do it. But now, mind you, Bowie had never built fucking shit before, other than throwing some China shit on a fucking 34. But through that shit, he built it for himself. He sold it to somebody else. He gave him a rundown of like, hey, this is all the shit that needs to be done. That shop, which was Trinity Works, I don't give a shit. So Trinity Works took it out to the track on one of the track days that me and Adrian and shit went to go drift, and they fucking drifted, took it around the corner and broke it. Now, mind you, it was still on a base tune. The motor wasn't even broke in at that point, right? So they broke it, and then I don't know what the fuck did. Someone told me they swapped the motor. Someone said they swapped the head. I don't know. I wasn't there. But then somehow that fucking dickhead Rita fucking Samet got it. And then, which, mind you, I think
that was the podcaster, right? Or like the vlogger or whatever.
Yeah, if anyone wants to see the S15 that Matt's talking about that was built, it's the one that little emo kid in Japan, Samet or whatever, with his 80 million followers that breaks into people's house and steals their cars and shit.
Yeah, the one that calls everything abandoned and goes into people's fucking yards. Yeah. So anyway, he bought it for like $3,000. It was like $3,000. Like literally, Bowie spent more money on the wheels. Now, mind you, he didn't buy it from Bowie. He bought it from some Air Force dude that got fucked over by Trinity Works, whatever. Anyways, so then I got blamed for the whole fucking build only because I painted the motherfucker, which I painted it and it was fucking free. I don't think there was anything wrong with it, the paint, but it was fucking free. And then it's set like out in the woods and shit with salt and everything else for, I don't know, a couple years before I got it. And then they wanted to blame everything on me. I didn't build the fucking car. I painted it for free. So, yeah.
I will say,
And I don't
Matt,
think it was bad, but it could have been executed differently. But I don't think it was. I don't think it was horrible, especially for how much money he put into it. Because he bought all brand new shit, and it was all name brand shit.
yeah.
All right,
So,
time
Matt,
for the
hang
main
on.
time for the
Hang
main
on.
subject
One
of
more
this
time, one more
podcast.
thing. So, Matt, I just want to acknowledge Matt Kramer. He was painting cars out in Okinawa and doing some pretty badass fucking paint jobs. I consider him a mentor of mine, and I know we don't talk very often, but because of Matt, I started painting, and I kind of picked it up, and I always reach out to him. He was very open about it. About, hey, try this, try that, try this. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I learned that, along the way. It was very good. He was very, open to mentoring me and kind of giving me pointers as I went. Now I'm in the United States. He's still overseas, but I kind of took that and kept going with my business. I don't paint cars. I just do fucking bikes. But I will say, I started painting in Japan because of Matt. And I mean, I definitely fucked some cars up, but that's neither here nor there.
We're not going to talk about the gas lid, but yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the gas lid. Matt wants to talk to you about the gas lid after this.
Oh, Jesus.
So anyway,
So I
let's go
appreciate
on.
it.
Let's go on to the real topic of this, because I just like to talk about people I hate. Stage tunes. And I don't think it's as bad in the motorcycle world as much, but stage tunes. And why, when you show up to my shop and you tell me you have a stage 23 fucking Subaru Vape Master, I already know that you touched fucking children. Like, it's gay. Stop doing it, bro.
I have to agree with that. I feel like it's when you say that my car is stage 1 or my car is stage 2, I feel like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What did you do?
No.
Did you put cams in it? Put
Absolutely
a fucking turbo in it? Are you fucking full bolt-ons? Like, and full bolt-ons too. I put full bolt-ons is almost the same as saying stage. It's
So
a
here's the
fucking
thing.
way of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I paid someone to fucking do it. This is what they told me I'm getting.
Not only that,
here's
but we
the
see it in the motorcycle industry too, man. Like when you go to Harley Davidson, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this 24 fucking Street Glide, and I'm like, but I want a stage 2. Okay, well, what is a stage 2? Do you know what stage 2 is? When we talk about
Exactly.
it's like, nah, bro. Like, bro, a stage 1 is a tune. Stage 2, you get an air cleaner and pipes. Whoop de fucking do. You know what I mean? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So here's my issue with it, man. As a professional tuner, I know I'm coming across like a retard today because I've been drinking for the last 24 hours, but I am actually an amazing tuner. I don't give a shit. Check it out. Here's the problem with stage tunes, and I've been in this industry long enough to fucking talk about it. When the JDM shit started catching on in America is where this started, right? When the superstores, and that's who really started this way back in the fucking day, was superstore.com. They started their BPU packages, and that's what they used to be called back in the day, is BPU packages, right? Basic power up. And it was stage 1 is a cold air intake and a full flow exhaust with a fucking chip or whatever the fuck back in the day, right? Stage 2 was cams and fucking a bolt-on turbo or whatever. And then like stage 6 plus was fucking a manifold and a top mount and a full build, whatever, right? Here's the issue: is it was highly fucking successful for like Superstore and a couple other shops that were doing it. Highly successful. People were like, "Oh yeah, I want a stage 4. That's the horsepower I want." And I know Juan's seen it, and I'm sure Cradle of the Grave's seen it too. Nice isopropyl alcohol. Don't recommend drinking that. Fucking. Here's the problem with it. The stages not only became one, they're shop dependent. They're tuning shop dependent, right? My stage 1 is going to be different than Cradle of the Grave stage 1 and Juan stage 1 and fucking Dickhead on the Corner stage 1. Like, no, there's no standard in the industry for it. Like, what is a stage 1? So when you tell me you have a stage 1,
it's just a package deal. Like, make it easier for the
right?
consumer.
It's all it is. It's a package, right? But there's no standardization at all.
No.
And so,
and just like Chase said, dude, it's a fucking it's for money. At the end of the day, it's just to beef it up and say, hey, look, we're gonna sell you this brand new fucking Ninja H2. Like, that's cool and all. It's got a stage 2 package. Well, what is it? They don't even know what that fucking means, but it sounds good, so they're gonna buy it.
Well, that's where they can use it as price points to be like, well,
right,
and kind of make them feel guilty for only getting a stage 1 when they could get a stage 2 for only this much more, or a stage 3 in anything. Like, just a way for them to make more money.
Like the thing is, man, and I know I'm probably gonna lose a lot of fucking customers over this shit, especially in the Subaru community. Because the Subaru community in the car world industry is the community that grabbed a hold of this staged bullshit and ran with it, bro. They fucking ran with it. They're like, I got
a stage 3 Cobb access port.
with an
They double down on that shit.
Like, bro, no one knows what this means. No one knows. So the problem is
they double down on that shit.
When it becomes like a cultural thing, like it is in the Subaru community, for example, the customers think it means something. Right? And that's where it becomes annoying is the customers think it means something. They think that stage 3 means something. And it means nothing. So then they go to an actual mechanic, an actual performance shop, an actual tuner, whatever. And they're like, I have a stage 3. And you look at them like they have a dick growing out of their mouth. But they think that they're telling you something important.
It's like Chris said, it's a predatory sales technique. I agree. It just boils down to like, people don't know what the fuck they're about.
I agree 100%. It's a predatory sales technique. 100%, dude. It is a sales technique. And for anyone that's actually out there listening, which will be no one, it is. And realize that. And when you go to a professional mechanic, like literally everyone I think on this podcast today, because Adrian's not here, it means nothing to us. Like, and that's not trying to be a dickhead about it. Like it means nothing to us because I don't know where your stage is from.
Not only that, but and I'm gonna get some hate on this because I'm a Harley lover. I love Harley Davidson. I think they're great motorcycles. Again, I own a Gixxer 1300. I own a Hayabusa as well. But when we talk about Harleys, for example, people love Harley because it's American made. It's quote unquote, and this is on the fucking.
It spills oil everywhere, keeps America in business.
If it ain't leaking, it ain't got oil in it, right? But anyways, we talk about Harley Davidson, and people are like, "Yeah, America." You know what I mean? I want to ride a Harley. That's cool and all. And again, I do own Japanese, right? I got a Hayabusa, but at the same time, you said what?
Huh?
Anyways,
I couldn't tell that you like Japan from your tattoos.
No, so
Or the food.
then we talk about fucking stages in Harley. Okay, that's cool, man. Like you got a stage 2 that's air cleaner pipes and a freaking tune, but that tune cannot be accessed by anybody. Versus Power Vision, for example, I use a local tuner here that runs Power Vision. Power Vision, he gives you the access key, and anybody can log in and access it with that key code that's on that USB he gives you, and update your tune. If you wanted to do cams, if you wanted to do pour polish heads, you want to do a big jug, a big jug kit, whatever the case is, like people go out there and with these Screaming Eagle freaking stage 2, they can't tune it because only Harley Davidson owns the license for it. And I think it's shitty. It's a ripoff, dude, because you go get a freaking Street Glide that, for example, 2024 Street Glide with a new Skyline set comes $28,000. Oh, let's throw stage 2 on it, man. I threw a $400 air cleaner, $300 pipes, and I tuned it with a Screaming Eagle tuner. That's cool, man. Now that bike is coming out $10,000 more.
Matt, I stole your donuts.
I think that's kind of hard. What?
I stole your donuts this morning.
And then we can tune it.
Stole my what?
Harley Davidson,
Your donuts.
in for $100. Any part you need is going to be $100.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Damn you. Hey, but you know what? You know what I got? I got some fucking
chickens. Hey, by the way,
got
when
some
Matt
fucking
got
chicken
drunk last
tenders.
night, he ordered 5 McChickens.
And I guarantee
Yeah,
and they all probably fucking smack, bro. They're probably the best McChickens he's ever had in his life.
back the chicken.
dude, okay, off topic. Let me explain to you. All right, so these McCrispies here in the Philippines, right? Because I'm in the Philippines right now. I'm here to do my VA shit, right? Anyway, so these McCrispies are not like any other fucking chicken anywhere in the world. They have like a little bit of a spicy sauce, I think. Anyways, I was drunk. I don't know. But they have a spicy sauce or their chicken. I don't fucking know. They are seasoned very fucking well. And they are absolutely amazing. And they're better than any chicken sandwich that you any other
That Family
place.
Mart chicken hits different.
As they say,
Yeah.
No, dude, this is better than Family Mart chicken. This is better than Family Mart.
Ain't no way, bro. Family Mart was my
I'm
shit.
yo, I love the chicken, the Family chicken, the spicy Family chicken, the crispy chicken plain, and the crispy chicken habanero at Family Mart. I literally made shirts that had fucking Family Mart logo pissing on fucking Lawson's because I hate Lawson's and love Family Mart that much. This chicken sandwich smacks the fuck out of fucking Family Mart.
First of all, we'll have that debate on another podcast.
Seth, you got my
Lawson is
fucking
better.
Seth, you got my address. Send it to me.
The Lawson is better. I'm not gonna mail you a McChicken from the
Why not?
Philippines, bro. I feel like it's gonna get stopped at customs somewhere for being weird.
Everybody's gonna have to do that to beat one.
Dude, first of all,
Lawson's for
Lawson's,
life, bro. Ain't no fucking way, dude. Family Mart all the way. Fuck
no,
Lawson's.
Lawson's is better, hands down, bro.
No, you're high, dude. Lawson's is shit
What's
compared to
that?
fucking Family Mart. You walk into Family Mart, you get a
Lawson's is
crispy
horrible.
ass corn dog and a spicy chicken with some udon. Bro, you can't beat that.
Dude, you get a Lawson spicy chickie and then walk past Family Mart, look at all the pores.
What?
Right.
No, dude. Fucking Lawson's is
All the
shit.
pores hanging out at Family Mart and shit.
I don't even know why we're friends anymore. Lawson's is garbage.
Quit drinking my water.
Fuck you. You got my donuts. I'm gonna drink water.
So
Dude.
we agree that stage students are garbage. Okay?
Yeah, but
No, all
hold on, we're
stages.
certainly
All
back to the
stages.
chicken. We've all agreed that stage tunes are fucking bullshit. We're arguing about chicken now. This is way more important. The
Yeah.
other reason that Matt enjoys the chicken here in the Philippines is because he was living in Japan for like 14 fucking years, and he forgot that there
Yes.
were other things like spices
Flavor.
that weren't just salt and pepper.
Yeah,
Because
flavor.
if anyone's ever lived in Japan, they don't like spices, man. Like the whole Silk Road just missed the fuck out of that country. Just went around it straight to China.
You
They're
must
like,
have missed that
miso-
fucking Coco's
miso
Curry
salt
level
pepper.
like 10, bro.
Dude, here's the
Do
problem.
what?
I lived in Japan.
I said Seth must have missed that fucking Coco's Curry level 10. Because
Yeah,
that
first of all,
shit-
No.
Bro, look,
It
I'm
doesn't
brown
have
as shit,
flavor.
man.
It's just hot.
Yeah, it's hot as
It doesn't
fuck.
have flavor. It's
But
just
Seth
hot,
is
dude.
talking
That's all it is.
There's no flavor.
But Seth is talking about fucking people in Japan don't like spice.
Thank you. Thank
No.
you, Cody.
No. Okay, one. Let me explain to you. When it comes to spices, hot is not a spice. Hot is a level of a spice. Spices themselves have flavor, and not every spice is hot.
Where are you from? Originally.
Where am I
Georgia, right?
from? I'm from the where? What? No, I'm from the south and like over by Texas. What the fuck?
Straight Park, Trailer Park.
Honest, I'm just saying.
Spice to me is
Hold on.
hot.
Hey, everyone stop. Cradle to Grave's trying to say some shit about hot. Please.
About
You said something about spices or hotness.
oh no, I'm talking about like when you were saying where was he from? I was guessing Ohio. You just gave me Ohio vibes.
Oh, hell, God damn, that's disrespectful. God damn.
Yo, he said you're from Ohio.
Everyone
I'm
was
a fucking Texas resident. I want to say that very fucking clear.
I'm from Ohio.
I'm a resident of Texas. I'm not from some shithole fucking state.
Dude, you,
No,
hey,
I'm still thinking you're from
no
Ohio.
offense. I forgot your name because I don't listen to people.
One,
Oh,
I will pull my
but
dick
you
out and
look
slap you in the
like-
face.
Not from the Philippines.
Are you?
Matt, it's good
I'm
to
not
see
from
you, bro.
Ohio.
I haven't seen you in years, man. I left Okinawa in 2018. That was the last time I seen you when I gave you all my paint that I had left over.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
at
still
least one
alive.
person in this chat right now that's probably from Delaware. I'm just saying.
Gibbs, where are you from, though?
Obviously, the best place on earth, New Jersey.
Jesus
God
Christ,
damn.
dude. That's like
That's
California.
Georgia?
That's like saying you're from California.
I'm not from California. I'm not a fucking pussy.
Yeah, but that's what New
Eric,
Jersey
wanna
is.
see a
It's the
pussy
same
from
goddamn
California?
thing.
Eric, come here. Eric.
Did you say you're from Turkey?
Close, New Jersey.
Oh, this is worse.
You grew up with very, very shitty air quality that fucks their brains up, and very shitty water.
You
Dude,
must
the
be
only
talking
thing
about
that you
Korea.
guys
All
ever
thanks
contributed
to
to
New York.
the only thing that you guys brought to American culture was overly spray tans and dumb bitches.
No.
Pauly
What
D,
you're talking
baby,
about is
Pauly
people that
D.
moved from Staten Island to the Jersey Shore because they love the Jersey Shore. They're all from Staten Island.
Oh, I'll put that up real quick. Cal
Cow
Jersey,
Jersey or generic New York?
Now what?
Dude, it's
Cow
not generic
Jersey
New York. It's
or
discount
generic New York?
It's New Jersey's called the sleeping city. Everybody that works in New York City lives in New Jersey.
What?
Cody,
Look, the only,
Jersey is nothing to
I'm
do
gonna
with Family
argue
Mart. Like, leave Family Mart the fuck alone.
yeah, I've literally never been north of the Mason-Dixon, so I'll let
I
that
can't
slide.
tell
I'm
you
not
these
gonna argue on
numbers.
that, but I mean, the only thing Jersey has that's worth a damn is Atlantic City. That's it.
The
Does
road
Jersey-
leading out of Jersey.
Right. The only thing Jersey has worth the shit is the road getting out of Jersey.
I don't know.
Dude,
You guys
nailed
like
it,
that?
man.
Not sure because I do. He's from New Jersey.
I don't know. What?
You know Frank Sinatra when he living on a fucking rock?
Dude, I never heard
Oh,
of him.
Frank Sinatra. Sorry, no, dude. We're all hearing it here. We didn't hear
Never heard
shit.
of her.
Never heard of her? Yeah.
Never heard of her.
What is that? Forrest Gump or something? Or no, Full Metal Jacket's like, where are you from? Wisconsin. Never heard of it.
Right. Never heard of her.
Wisconsin's good for cheese. That's about it.
Dude, Wisconsin's weird, man. You ever met people from Wisconsin? Their eyes are like super close together.
You would think they're Canadian.
Like their eyes like almost touch.
They are
Fucking
actually
weird,
they
man.
talk. So Wisconsin and Minnesota, they sound exactly the same, but they just sound more Canadian than American. So the guy from
Minnesota.
Ohio down there knows what I'm talking about.
Dude, it's weird, bro. Like they're weird. I had a when I was in the army as a cook, I had a soldier.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
When I was in the army as a cook because I'm a retard. I had a soldier that was from
I'll
Wisconsin.
put it this way: he was still active duty when I left, and he had a longer beard then than he does have now.
Yeah, because I was a cook. Because
Yeah, because he cooked,
I'm
man.
not gonna say
The fuck?
if I walk into the beard comment that you just left me that I almost did, we're getting canceled. Because cooks have a longer beard than I did. Anyway, we all know what I'm saying here. All right. It's a profile, Sar. It ain't no goddamn profile, motherfucker.
Wait, so you both
When was the last time you wore like a uniform?
The last time I wore a uniform,
that made
When
out
did you go
when I
to
retired.
AFN?
I retired. I put my uniform on when I retired, dude.
Right, okay.
Yeah, before retirement, because you retired in like December, bro.
Yeah, I know. Because I was a good soldier. I was one of those.
That's
I was one of those.
debatable.
Like, I was one of those like real rule book following, like drill sergeant type, pressed uniform, shine boots, motherfuckers. That's how I was.
No, you're full of it.
He said, "Shine my boot."
Enough about my career as a cook, making scrambled eggs and shit.
Powder eggs. They're powder eggs.
First of all, this is 20 years as a cook, ish. Leave it alone, ish. God damn it, I walked away from it too. We can both leave it alone. All right. God damn it, we all know the joke that was set up, and we're gonna leave it alone.
Cody can't be here, but he's commenting. Goddamn it! He said the last time you wore a uniform was like 2019 when you had to get ready for the Army ball.
Yes, I had a Marine look at my dress uniform
Wow.
for a ball once because I forgot how to put it together.
No. That was
Oh,
2018 when I left Okie. He was getting ready for the ball.
Cody was
Cody
super.
was like,
Cody
God
was
damn,
super
bro, you
excited.
got a salad bar.
Cody was super excited about all my AAMs that I had. I worked hard for those chest
Yeah, all your AAMs. First of all, combat cook. You're right. He was a combat.
I was a combat cook.
He got a Bronze Star with a V device for fucking scrambled eggs during the recession.
Look, man, you don't understand the intensity that it takes to make scrambled eggs under pressure. Okay.
It's
fucking
indirect
hard.
mortar fire, fucking making scrambled eggs. Combat V.
whatever.
He said it's really hard to figure that when you're trying to do Gordon Ramsay style.
Dude, it's not my fault. Cody dragged my nuts.
Take it off the heat.
for him. Cody's rude. Rude.
Who is this Cody?
Cradle to grave, dude. Let's get to know everybody that's in there, including Eric, who's playing UFC.
Yeah, we don't know anyone on
Yeah.
Cradle
No,
to
he's
Grave.
not
We just
playing
ignored the fuck out of them this whole time.
Cradle to grave,
Hey, let's
bro.
start with-
let's
start with the guy
let's
from
get you
Delaware.
guys, bro. What's your logo look
Yeah.
like, man? What's some of the apparel that you guys are selling? So just an idea. I know Cradle to Grave fucking kind of did a little intro, but some of the things they didn't talk about is, you know, their end mission is raise money and help bikers that go down. Right? If a biker goes down, let's create a freaking GoFundMe, etc., and build on that, and give it all to their family to help them through their unfortunate circumstances as far as going down and whatnot. So that's a little bit of what Cradle and Grave did not talk about. They got some pretty sick apparel, man. I know they got some of their apparel ready to go, but outside of their apparel, you know, when you purchase a sweatshirt, you know, let's say you spend X amount of dollars on a sweatshirt, you get points towards their giveaway. Last giveaway was a 2024 Kawasaki ZX10 RR. And this giveaway that they're currently running until when, Chase? When does it end?
Ends the 17th.
17th of May. Okay.
Yeah.
Till the 17th of May, you can go on their website, Cradle to Grave Trading Incorporated.
It's cradle-to-grave-trading.com.
Yeah, Trading.com. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But you go to their website, man, and you can buy some of their apparel, which will enter you into their giveaway, which they're currently giving away as Z125. But I mean, that thing's been bored out. It's been bored out. They did a stretch kit on it. The thing's pretty sick, nasty, man. They brought it to the house not too long ago. I got to check it out in person.
So I do
Go ahead, guys.
Hold on, I do want to say before Cradle to Grave jumps on here, because, dude, I think the LED lights going around the shop are fucking sick. It's a cool vibe. I dig it. But yeah, hey, turn it over to you guys, man. Like, we do want to hear from you. Sorry, we rambled on today the whole time. But yeah,
Oh, no,
man,
you're good.
take it away, dude.
Yeah, so basically that's what we try to build our following. So whenever someone reaches out to us, like recently we just had one of our affiliates go down, and we have a GoFundMe up right now, and within working together with her friends and all that stuff, we raised close to 15 grand in like 4 or 5 days for her.
That's cool, dude. Like,
So, and
Yeah.
that's what the whole point of it is. Like, once we keep growing our following and doing all this stuff for us in case someone reaches out to us, if they need something, all that, we'll set up GoFundMe, share them around, post it out, see what we can get set up for them so they can be taken care of and not worry about anything.
that's cool, dude. Yeah, man. You know, we talked about it. You would have been a great fit last week. You know, we were talking about veterans organizations and shit like that we have out there floating around, man. There's a ton of organizations and companies out there that are doing great things, man, trying to help people. You know, a lot of people, like, I don't know, there's a perception, I think, in motorsports industry that everyone's out to make money doing this. And yeah, I mean, we all got to make money at some point, right? That's why we put the hours in.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there doing great work, man, just trying to help other people.
Yep. And that's like our big thing is like the reason why we do the bike giveaways is because we're a clothing company first. So we actually give a shit about our products. They're high quality. Like nothing that comes from us is a cheap piece of clothing. But we do the giveaways to give back to the community as they buy products from us. We're not just strictly a giveaway company like you see nowadays.
Right. I mean, but you know, that's the thing. Dude, you know, there was another company, veteran-owned company that started as a clothes-only, T-shirt-only company. And it was Invest 11X, man, and fucking Black Rifle Coffee Company and that whole fucking Lead Singers whiskey and shit. They started as a clothing company. So shit can grow rapidly, right? Yeah. And, you know, I think that's something that we should talk about one day on here, Juan. We talked a little bit about how, like, you and me got our start, and it would have been cool to have Matt on here because he's been around for all of it. But I started my gig as like a side business with a wideband and a laptop, right? Like, and then I turned around, 8 years later, and I'm in my second country, expanded to my second country with customers in like 6 countries, working out of 11,000 square foot warehouse. Like it never was supposed to
Oh,
get this far.
dude. I walked in
So-
the shop yesterday, the day before, and oh my god, it's massive especially compared to with Japan.
Dude, that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. And see, and that's kind of like the dream behind what we want to be able to do, but it's not like just for us. That's the most important part. Like we
Yeah.
want to be able to help and support in any way of the community that we can.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm just now getting to the point where it sounds weird. I'm just now getting to the point where I feel comfortable like being able to reach out a lot more because it's my personality. Like when I do things,
Yeah.
I like to do things big, right? So like we're gonna do the Battle Scarred Motorsports. We're gonna bring them to the Philippines and do a track day out here for veterans with PTSD and mental disability. Not that PTSD is a disability. I live with it every day also. So the VA tells me. I think I'm just a sweetheart personally.
My
But-
ass.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure 2 episodes ago we just talked about you throwing fucking wrenches.
Hey man, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a fucking ball.
Yeah, see, and Cody dodged it. I don't know why everyone's always bitching about me throwing wrenches.
It builds character.
Yeah, dude, quit fucking bitching about wrenches. They don't hurt that much if you dodge right.
I mean, they kind of do. But like I
And
said,
it actually helps if you throw the SAE
bring
wrench.
to the spotlight, man, because they're doing really good things in the community. They're really bringing the community together. I know at their giveaway event, I stopped by for a brief moment. I couldn't find Chase, but I was on my way out of town that weekend. But I did stop by, man, and just seeing the different groups of people that were together, you know, as far as the biker community. In America, we got MCs, we got, you know, clubs and RCs and all this other shit, man. And you know, they kind of stay to themselves, but there's a group at GD, we call it GD, it's the Gas Donald's. It's a gas station and a McDonald's together on the corner of a major intersection. But you know, everybody kind of hangs out there, man. It's all groups of people, man. And it's really cool to see, you know, Cradle to Grave bring the community as a whole together. And just because their affiliate went down, so they're raising money for that, it doesn't stop there, man. And I, you know, knowing Chase and knowing everybody else that's involved with Cradle to Grave, seeing the impact that they have on the motorcycle community is amazing. I mean, it's second to none, man. You know.
And see, that's something that we want to work for in the future is we're planning on trying to get a spot like a warehouse that we can get instead of having people hang out at GD. They have a place to go and they can learn to work. Like they can learn how to do their own maintenance without fucking up their shit. Just stuff like that.
Dude, I'll tell you, Matt dropped off probably because my Starlink dropped out. I do live in a third world country, unfortunately, you know. But you know, one cool thing, man, I want everyone out there that listens to this now or dials in and watches it later to realize, and I was told this by a guy that's been in the industry for probably 40 or 50 years back in Japan. He goes, man, we all got to stop fighting with each other. You know, and he was talking about like performance shops, mechanics, tuning shops, particularly, you know, because there's so much cutthroatness in this industry a lot of times with different shops, right? Like, oh, I mean, he does good work, but I can do it better. Like, and you take small digs at people to try and make yourself sound like the shop of choice, which I get, man, that's capitalism. That's business. I understand what you're doing. And I can't say that I have never done it, right? 100%. But this guy, you know, he looked at me one day, he goes, dude, I don't give a shit what you're doing or what Nori over at In Factory is doing or what fucking Ram Garage is doing. There's 30 of us on this island that can do what we do. And there's 1,000 customers. Why are we fighting with each other? You know what I mean? Like, we should be supporting.
I tell people that all the freaking time, man. What's up, Dylan? I see you commenting down there, man. I know we're getting ready to wrap up here soon in a minute, less than a minute. But, you know, I tell people that all the time. I work with all the other shops in town, whatever their name is, whether they're a big major company or a small mom and pop shop, man. I work with every single company that I have in town. I build a relationship with them. I work with them because they might have what I need and I don't have, you know what I mean? Or what I can't stock. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to, you know, building those relationships and whatnot, that's really important to me, man, because there's plenty of business to go around for everybody. And
Right.
That's what people don't understand, dude. You talk about Jacksonville, where I live, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Let's say there's 10,000 bikes. I'll tell you right now, my shop is backed up about 35 bikes right now. You go to another shop, they're backed up 100, 150. The dealership backed up 150, man. They're 3 months out before they book anything. So at the
Dude,
end
when
of
I
the
was in
day,
when I was in Japan, I had a
it's
6-month
plenty of
wait list.
business for everybody, man. There's no reason to be greedy, If you build a relationship and you build a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, guys. You build a reputation. There you go. You build a reputation. You know what I mean? You have a good reputation. You do good work. You know what I mean? People are going to come. And that's what people don't understand, man. Like, if you got a shitty business and you're doing shit work, like, people aren't going to show up. At the end of the day, like, people aren't going to show up. They're going to call me. And I had a customer recently that called me and was like, hey, look, I had my bike in another shop for a year. I told him, like, don't go over $1,000 until you call me and we can sort that shit out. And then he comes back from deployment with a $3,200 bill. You know what I mean? Like, and he's not happy. Yeah, same thing with boats. So Dylan's in the comments, man. He said same thing with boats. Dylan's dad, Dylan's family owns a boat repair business here in my local area. At the same thing, it's all across every motorsport, every industry that you can think of. You know what I mean? There's plenty of business for everybody. There's no reason to be greedy, man. And that's one thing that I hate the most is greedy people.
Dude, don't
Liars and
yeah,
cheaters.
don't be greedy, bro. Don't be greedy. There's enough business, I promise, out there. If you're an honest person, there's enough business out there. There's customers always looking for honest people. You know what I mean? All right, that brings us to the end of this rambling session of me being drunk at work today, and I'm gonna go take a nap. But thank you everyone for joining. Cradle to the Grave dudes, good to meet you and your boy from Delaware or Ohio or wherever he's from. And we hope to have you guys back on again, man. We can talk about some more serious shit, be a little more sober maybe. And Matt, I'm gonna come home and kick your ass for drinking my water. And we'll see you guys next week, I guess. Peace.